Morning, friends. Welcome back to Streaming Saturday. How is everyone? Morning, Matty. Great to see you. How is life in the future? So, you'll notice that the colour has changed on stream. That is because, if I I've created a chatbot, but I forgot that if the chatbot's not running, you won't see it. But we can run it. So yeah, if you've been watching my Wednesday streams and sometimes Saturdays, you will know that I've been working on a chatbot. It's got to the point now where it at least like displays the messages and who said it. Like there's still styling stuff I want to do with it, but it at least functions. So what I did is I replaced the chat element with the chatbot, but we just need to get it to display. So we just need to quickly go into studio mode to the component for the bot, and we just need to refresh the source. But then what should happen is once I go back, leave studio mode. So now if we send a test, there we go, chat messages appear. So as you can see, if you were watching, I know that you started streaming midway through, so I'm not sure if you were there for it, Matty, but during a White Panther stream last night, she started doing box shadows on the components on the page, and I was like, oh, that looks nifty. So I put box shadows on these chat messages. So they look pretty cool because they look like they're floating, which I love. But yeah, what the only difficulty was the fact that the chat messages, as you can see, they've got a black box shadow, which looks great. But by default, I can show you if I hide the image I added. There's it's a black background on OBS, and the easiest way to change it was just to create a 1920 by 1080 picture. It doesn't deal with emotes and stuff yet. There's a long way to go with this chatbot, but you can at least read the messages. So after hours and hours, sort of 6 to 9 hours of battling Signal R, I just wanted to get this on display. It's not finished, but I don't care. I just wanted to get it up there because, I battled so much to get to this point that I wanted to enjoy reap the benefits of my hard work. So yeah, I picked orange because I picked a color that matches my start bar. So I don't know whether it looks weird because it looks like the taskbar's too small with the icons at the bottom and stuff, but I just thought, sod it, let's just get the messages in. So for now we have an orange background. If anyone's got any well, you see, the reason that that's a lighter orange, isn't it? We can fix that. So it's Windows Shift and C is a color picker, which is, I could get it out of the Photoshop file, but that's just laziness. So FFB115, we can do that. Let's load Photoshop. Thanks, Matty. Photoshop. Good old Photoshop. Yeah, me too. I have you can't see it, but I have Power Toys, Microsoft Power Toys, and it has a built-in color picker, and you just do Win, Shift, and C. But yeah, so this is the image. So if we just change it to be that, and do that. Yeah, that's pretty snazzy. I'm not sure if Power Toys saves a history or anything, but anyway, let's file, export, quick export as PNG. It's going to be in my streaming folder. We will replace plain background orange. Yes. Then we will update the image on here. So it's going to be plain background orange. There we go. Yeah, so as you can see, No, my Photoshop skills are very limited. I'm just lucky that their tutorials, like I think they still got it. It's Window Learn, I think it is. View, help. They have like a view, window, workspace. Yeah, so I don't know how, I can't remember how you get it up now, but yeah, essentially when you open Adobe products for the first time now, and you can access them later, but by default it opens the first time you open the product. It takes you through tutorials. And I found the tutorials really helpful to the point that they just made me feel a little bit more empowered with Photoshop, because I signed up to Creative Cloud ages ago when I Copper Beardy got me into a overlay. I don't think I've got it on this computer to show you, but he showed me he bought an overlay. So you can buy overlays online, then they give you the Photoshop files and you could edit them. So I paid for, I didn't pay much, but I paid for an overlay set, like overlay alerts and all that stuff. So I signed up to Creative Cloud to get Photoshop, but I hadn't used it for months. But yeah, I decided to go through the tutorial, and it kind of taught me enough that, you know, I put together this overlay that you're now looking at and all that stuff. Like, it's been nice to feel empowered. So no, I shouldn't be streaming in the art category, but it is nice to feel empowered to do this stuff. Anyway, Chatbot can sit out the way. I need to host it at some point, but for now it can just run locally. What we're playing with today is this. So if you've been around for long enough, you'll know that we've been working on a mobile app sample that uses should be microphone a bit, there we go. That uses AssemblyAI speech to text. And that didn't do anything. Never mind. Yeah, it uses AssemblyAI speech to text, and so we record a message and it will transcribe it. But at the moment, it's all done synchronously, so it locks the UI thread. But that's fine. This is a one functionality application. You don't want it to think that you can start requesting other things, because we want to wait for the transcription to come back rather than allow them to start another one. So we're going to turn on our friend here to pick up the microphone. We're going to make sure that my input's not set to be my my launch pad, which is a MIDI tool. It's a lot of fun, actually. If anyone wants to do a music stream at some point, I can quickly show you. It can take like 10 minutes to look at Launchpad. Sound. Input is micing. Yeah, there we go. Cool. So, in theory, we should be able to do, hello, my name is Bob. So, it stopped recording because we pressed the button. It should then carry on and transcribe it. And eventually it will come back and it will return the data. But as you can see, at the moment, it doesn't tell you that it's doing anything. So the plan today is to just add some kind of like spinny circle just to let you know that it's doing something, and then that will disappear when it's done. But we'll see what happens. How was stream last night, Matty, after you got raided by so many people? What's it doing? So it's thinking about it, but I don't know if it's doing anything. Pause. Where are you at? Okay, fine. Oh, is it because it's awaited? That's we actually it'll give me green squiggles to say, hey, yo, this shouldn't be awaited for the Yeah, that's pretty cool. I've not managed to achieve the not get people talking, the other one, the 100 people in one go. I've got to 90. That's my record from a raid. And you didn't break anything. That sounds like a success to me. So we press record to begin. We record audio. So yeah, we don't want to await this. It's going to complain, and it shouldn't be that it should be awaited because it's asynchronous. But we want it, as I said, we want it to be synchronous because actually, okay, that's not the one that we want then. That would be cool. Do you imagine? Well, I suppose there's worse things. I mean, I have been in your shoes. There's a really great standalone game from Twilio called Twilio Quest that allows you to do that allows you to like learn Twilio products, but also they've got like learn to code Python, JavaScript, and PHP missions. It's a really great game. I'll play it again on stream at some point. But I was having an issue with it not noticing I'd completed a mission, and so while I was streaming, I ended up having one of the developers from the team in my stream chat helping me out. He couldn't work out. He could work out what the problem was, but it was to do with how two separate developers had written two different parts of a mission, and so the part I was stuck on was written in a different way that was causing issues. So he just sent me in private the hack to how you cheat the mission, because you could see that I'd legitimately completed it. He just wasn't picking it up, but it was cool. It was fun to have someone come by and show, like, you know, have a developer from the product jump in my stream chat and like start troubleshooting and stuff. That was cool. Because the cool thing about Twilio Quest is it's just I think it's written, I think it's an HTML and JavaScript app or something under the hood. It certainly runs in a web view because you can get to developer tools, and that's what we were using to debug. So that was pretty cool. I'm not going to reveal how you cheat the missions because that's not in the spirit of the game. I've only ever cheated missions when, well, I've only ever cheated that one mission that was broken. But the cool thing about Twilio Quest is it's gamified. So, you know, you get achievements and like they don't make any difference to the gameplay, but you can choose what your avatar looks like. So you can earn like accessories and like clothing and helmets and stuff from the quests and then put them on. As I said, it's not functionality, it's just aesthetic, but it's still cool to know that you've completed a mission because you're wearing these as clothing or equipped this like light sword and all that. Okay, so we'll record audio. We await transcribe service, transcribe audio, and then we've got that. We've got that. Okay, so what we want to do is we want to say we want an is busy. So we want an extra grid. I'm gonna steal it from some code I've already written because why not? That's the one. Views, analyze body language page. You've got the content page, everything's in a grid. And then you have another grid outside the start layer. Okay. So let's go to that for now. So we want to wrap all this in a grid. Beautiful. Gonna be, the grid's gonna have row definitions of star and auto. So that's the star is used as much available space as possible because the main content of our page is a stack layout, so we want that to use as much space as possible. And then the auto is will just take up the rest of the space for our grid. So our stack layout is going to be grid.row equals 0. So that'll be the first row. And then we'll sort those colors in a minute. And then here, we want another grid, which is what we're going to steal from here, which obviously we'll change the text in it, but like so. Waiting for transcription, ... We should lowercase t that. So that's it's waiting for the transcription. It's going to listen to its its visibility is bound to and is busy. It doesn't exist yet, but we can make that. So all that's really saying is like if it's transcribing, then we'll tell it it's busy, and that spinner will appear. And then if it's not busy, it will disappear. It won't be visible, and then you'll be able to see it. So argument outbound. Okay, whatever. So we want to say that we have a private bool is busy equals false, because we start off that it's not busy. Then we say public bool is busy, get returns is busy, set returns set property. We're referencing our is busy, and we're going to update it with the value that's passed in, and then we'll do that. Fix this. That's okay. Right. So what we're going to do is if it is recording, once you stop recording, set is busy equal to true. We're going to try doing this, but we're not going to set it straight away. We're going to say var transcription, because then we can check the content, you see. So var transcription is that. If transcription dot Timmy equals var transcription dot length is greater than 0, then transcribe text editor equals transcription. And is busy equal to false. Then we need to catch here. Just do the traditional exception x. Alert. Display alert. Fine. Application dot current dot main page dot display alert. We're going to say error is the title. Then the message is going to be error. Oh no, we'll just do x dot message, and then we can just click OK. There we go. Wait. Put breakpoint in there, breakpoint in there, breakpoint there. So that should say if you're done recording, then it's busy getting the transcription. Then go away and try the transcription. If the transcription comes back, then okay, we'll experiment, but I'm not holding out hope for this, because what happens if it comes back empty? I guess it does nothing, but unexpected end of file occurred. Where? Grid. We got grid. Oh, there's no content page. Content page. There we go. Let's try that. I accidentally deleted that when I was fiddling around. So let's see what happens now. Let's also pop some breakpoint in just for sanity. We've seen it work before, but it can be a bit flaky when I'm streaming, so let's see. Upload URL. ID. That one. Envelope. Oh, okay. Yeah, there we go. Then also check there. Okay, so let's try it and see, as they say. This is a recording. Okay, so that's jumped straight into there without displaying that grid. That's not great. Oh no, we're not there yet, that's why. So for now the transcription's null. So it's waiting for the transcription. It's got a URL. It's got an ID. The status is completed. So we can get back the response. Transcription is this is a recording. Boom, there we go. So we transcribed our text and we handled the busyness. So let's take out, let's disable the breakpoints. Success indeed. This calls for and we did all this without Pretzel. I will play Pretzel at some point, but last time I was trying to do this on stream, it was timing out, and I think it's because I was trying to do too many things with the internet in one go. So for now, we will stick to the old-fashioned way. So let's debug, let's just disable the breakpoints, and let's try this again. Matty Two Shoes is a great streamer. Okay. Weird. Does it want to work? Come on. Oh, typical. We disabled the breakpoints and it's decided to be weird. It doesn't seem to work very well when you do it a second time. So let's start the app again and we'll try it. Hey, Glenn. Good evening? Afternoon? Evening. How are you? It's nice to see you. You've come at a good time, actually, Glenn. You're just watching me try to handle the whole if it's doing something synchronously, tell the user with a spinny circle. This is a recording. Okay, so that worked. Carry on. So it's processing, thinking about it. Processing. Completed, there we go. So, should come back now. Yay! And say that. Neat. So, we also found that it didn't seem to work the second time around, so let's try it again. Do you only work with breakpoints? Nope. Maybe. Let's see. Keep going through. Waiting. Waiting. It can take a while. I think the rule that well, not rule, but like the recommendation on AssemblyAI's website is it usually takes allow about 50% of the audio length time for transcription. So 1 minute will take 30 seconds and whatnot. So this will take a bit longer, but we're getting there. There we go. No worries. But yeah, no, we're just working through whether this works without breakpoints. So let's disable breakpoints. Do you work a second time? Okay, that's positive. Oh, we've got to stand up and stretch. So it's thinking about it. We've disabled the breakpoints. We've just got to wait patiently. But in theory, eventually it should come back with a transcription, maybe. Who knows? It's taking a while. Debug. Enable all breakpoints. AssemblyAI. So, a good friend of mine, Layla Codes it, is the just started work as a lead developer evangelist at AssemblyAI, and so we're using their speech to text. I know I could use cognitive services, but this is just a demo app to try out AssemblyAI. But yeah, it's been pretty good so far. Well, what's waiting on right now? Pause, not compatible. Okay, what's going on? Obviously, if this was like supposed to be a functional app in the real world, I'd go straight to cognitive services. But because, as I said, it's just a demo to see what it's like working with Xamarin and AssemblyAI. So yeah, that's why I'm using that. I don't know what it's doing. Okay, so let's just disable all the breakpoints and start again. This is a test message. Okay. I found a great use for speech to text. I have over 400 audio files with narration in one of my apps. I use text to speech to automatically create constants with the file names and then use the text to speech to add the spoken text in the comments. Nice! That's a great use of it. This is a test message. Okay, that picked it up that time. That's awesome. Yeah, this is what I love about tech, and what makes me feel empowered as a developer is this whole concept of, we find really clever ways to solve a problem, so we identify that it'd be useful to be able to do X, and then we can just go ahead and do it. I love that. And yeah, and the fact that cloud services are so cheap, like you say, using a cloud service, you manage to spend a total of $1.50 to solve your problem with 400 files. Like, I just love technology. Will I work a second time? Yeah, I can imagine. Debugging can be the worst, so anything to make it easier. So thinking about it. I think part of it though is an internet thing. Like, I'd be curious to try it on a real device. It's just that I don't have a. I have my real device here, but I'm tethering, so I can't get to my Mac to do iOS builds. So we just have to trust that it's okay. But yeah, we've achieved what I wanted to achieve, which was to not that it's taken long, half an hour. Okay, it's a bit flaky. Then I need to do some load testing offline, but at least we've got the whole feedback loop now. And there's little bits we need to clean up, like delete the contents and whatnot. We can do that now, actually. So we can say that we're going to go in the view model, and we want to say here when we record the audio, as well as making the grid appear, we also want to transcribe text editor dot empty. No, okay, we can just do that. Description in progress. Okay. Oh, that's not going to work. Need those semicolons. Okay. Press record to begin. Hello, I'm a recording. There we go. That's better. It's not the world's best looking app or anything, but I never intended it to be. Be quite cool to do some box shadow around this button to make it look floaty, but I imagine that needs skier sharp or something. Let's have a look. We've got the main functionality in, so we can just play around now. So I don't know why I stopped it then. We have hot reload. I forget because I've had a problem with my Mac not using hot reload for over nearly a year. So I've got in the habit of having to stop and start, but I don't need to. So we've got it running. So now on our button, is there like a border color is black, border width is, can you do like I just want a like a box model. 2020. Okay, can't do that, but let's have a look. Oh no. Xamarin.Forms box shadow button. Button shadow. Okay, that's 2018. That's quite old. Creating inner shadow. I want outer shadow. Let's have a look. Sometimes old stuff is still applicable. Ah, Xamarin.Forms, those were the days. Shadow effect, okay. That's helpful. Okay. Yeah, that all makes sense. But what's this one do? Focus effect. Where's the code? Here we go. It's worth checking actually. So for those, obviously Glenn, you're an expert, so you'll know this stuff. But the community and some Microsoft employees have started working on the Xamarin Community Toolkit, which brings in like some previously unavailable and some like improved versions of controls and whatnot into Xamarin, and it's really helpful. But I'm curious whether they brought anything in that could be helpful. As they've always got bits for got images, view models. Oh, we don't want the samples, do we? We want the no. We want the source. That's the one. What have we got in the toolkit that might be useful? Effects, visual feedback, icon, tint color. Let's have a look. Remove border, safe area. I thought safe area was already a thing. Ah, fair enough. How is it? Life in the cloud is always fun. Woo, Dr. Dynamite. Whoop, 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 whoop. You need, like, I've got custom entrance music on your stream. You need custom entrance music on mine. But what do you call him, Mister? He's a doctor, not that he is. Yeah, I like the cloud as well. Like, cognitive services is one of my favorites. Like, I just think it's amazing. Like, I've got a few apps that use cognitive services. As I said, I would have used cognitive services in this, but it, as I said, I'm just demoing a different product. Okay, so maybe we do want samples. Oh, images might be helpful. Images. There's nothing much in there. Got main. Oh, nice. That'd be cool. Yeah, I should do more with HealthKit because I have an Apple Watch. Are you all right, Dr. Dynamite? But yeah, if I'm awake when you do that stream, Glenn, I'll definitely tune in. But look, Matt, we have a chat messages. I mean, okay, what I want to, there's loads of work to do with the styling, and it goes all the way to the top. But after hours of battling battling with SignalR, I wanted to reap the rewards of my battle by having it actually in use. So yeah, chatbot's a work in progress. However, I did discover something the other day, actually, just for you, that I'm going to implement at some point. I was just bored with chatbot stuff on stream. Is not that. If we go into is it Resonance Calendar? No, it's projects. Chatbot. We were talking about hex code to color display. I found color API docs. There we go. So we can feed it a hex value and it will come back with a response of the color. So we can do your hex color. So the plan is to, obviously it does respond with a, maybe it's on the homepage. It does respond with like an image that you can get back of what the, there you go, it has an image URL for demonstration. So it'll come back with like that of what the color is. So my plan is to be able to get that URL and display it in a message, so the bot will reply to you and say, you know, hex code 0FFA whatever is this with this box, and it will display. But that means solving the whole images thing, so we will get there. It's on the list of things to do. Yeah, and Sam was asking me, White Panther was asking me the other day, what's the point of that? There isn't one. It's just because we can. Although one of the things I want to have on stream, and this is going to sound so nerdy, but I love it, is it's like a train on track, like a train on tracks going around my stream, or like around in a circle around the overlay. I'm not sure. I just like trains. Well, exactly. Yeah, I didn't even know the color API existed. So yeah, that's my next feature is color, and then at some point I'll have trains on tracks, because why not? Oh, never hurts to stretch. He's a PHP man. Okay. So, we got, that was our plan, but for now we were looking at shadows, weren't we? Samples. Let's see. Got view models, effects gallery. What effects have we got? Safe area, remove border. Okay. This would be quite a worthwhile app to actually download and play with. It's going to be a bit of a big file, but my internet can handle it. Choo choo! Exactly. Just make sure I've not got it already. No, I do not. Clear. Paste, go. Look at that. Look at that. The whole community toolkit downloaded in like a second. Okay. We need to go into, what's it doing? CD samples. And then we need to open the solution. What solution? Nope. There we go. Really? Oh, we can just do that, can't we? There we go. Load it in yet another Visual Studio window. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. Let's lock that so it can't be moved. Okay. So, let's make sure this isn't running. And then we'll load the sample, because I want to see if there's anything in the sample that will be of use. So, let's restore the packages. Okay, it's thinking about it at the minute. And this is what I love about stuff being open source, is that I wanted to use this as a reference to see if it's got what I wanted. So I've been able to go to GitHub, look at the code, decide it'd be easier to look at the code properly, download it, and boom. So now we can run it and we can look at the samples. How cool is that? Open source for the win. It'll take a while to do a first build in Android, but, you know, we're here. Yeah, Dr. Dynamite streams are fun. Exactly. I love open source. Like, all my, I wouldn't say that my projects are officially open source, but all my code on GitHub is always public. Even if it's a work in progress and it's code that's hacky and I'm ashamed of, I always put it out in the open because, it's worth it. Because you just never know when a sample that you've worked on will be helpful to somebody. I mean, like, White Panther's code samples have been a life changer for me. Layla Code's code samples have been a game changer. James Montemagno, my goodness, the amount of times I've stolen code off him over the years. Like, there's just value in having things out in the open. So if I can write code that helps people, then I'd rather it be out open source. People want to contribute, they can. It's just that I don't work on anything that interesting that people want to contribute to. But yeah, open source for the win. Cool. So it's building Android slowly but surely. You can just see the progress bar behind my logo. Oh, Craig done. I feel bad for Craig because the only time Craig ever hears from me is when I've spotted a typo in a docs that I can't edit. But good times. Yeah, and David Britch, who does a lot of the Xamarin documentation and samples, he lives. True, Craig's lovely, but yeah, no. David Britch does the other samples. He lives all of 5 to 10 miles away from me. I let there was no point. I used to run a Xamarin user group here in Manchester, but I stopped doing it because they had Xamarin speakers at .NET North, which is one of Europe's largest .NET user groups. It's also based here. So it was silly to try and compete with a massive user group that already was well established with great speakers, even in the Xamarin space. But David Britch used to come to my meetups and stuff. Was it Craig or someone else, Glenn, that at Evolve in 2016 organised, was it a morning run or a morning cycle ride? I think it was. Oh, oh dear. Why can it not resolve? Oh, unless I don't want to run everything? Let's see what happens. Okay, well, we've got it running. So we've got behaviors, effects, there we go. So set a tint, color of an image or image button. Is that what I want? Image button control. So that sets the color. Good, isn't it? So the chat colors are just my colors. They're just the same colors that are used here. And that's the FFA03A that I've been using for a long time. The box shadow was just because it was cool, and then I did originally have a background because OBS's background by default is black. You wouldn't have seen the box shadow, so I needed to put a background image behind everything. It was originally matching with my taskbar, but Matty Two Shoes made the very good point of matching my logo. So here we are. This is what we've got. As you can see, it needs improving because it moves to the top, and I want it to stop here and all that stuff. But there's loads of work to be done on it yet. I'm just excited that it works. Yeah, that's pretty impressive, Glenn. I mean, I'm a part-time runner. I can run 5K now, which is great. I'm not very quick, but I can run 5K. But it some people could power walk faster than I run 5K, but I don't care. The main thing for me at the moment is that I was getting injuries because the back support has gone in the right side of my running trainers. Like my right shoe is gone, and so I need to buy some new ones. But obviously here in the UK we're under lockdown and have been for months. And yeah, so I could try and order some from the shop that I go to, because they still do online orders. But obviously, when it comes to running shoes, you really need gait analysis and to try them on properly. So, yeah, I need some new running shoes again, but then I'll get back into it. At the moment, my PB for a 5K is only, I think it's 43 minutes, so it's not exactly fast. My goal is to get down to like 30 minutes or sub 30 minutes, because then it's one of those things that you can just so easily fit into a lunch break. You just, you don your running gear, you go for a run, you're back in 30 minutes, you take a shower, you get back to work within an hour. So that's my goal, but obviously it's been hampered by shoes, but we'll get there. Lots of stuff will go back to normal post-lockdown, like going to the gym. I used to see a personal trainer every week. I've not seen him in months. But we're going to do 2 sessions a week for a while, when things open up again. So we'll go back to it. What's incoming? Nice. 17.5 minutes. Impressive. I mean, yay! Sociable Steve. What? Yes, I've been watching too much Cougar Town. Hearts for Sociable Steve too. How was stream, Steve? How squishy? Oh yeah, is anyone able to enable squishy on my stream? Because I've got squishy extension, and I've also got sound panel now, so you should be able to spend bits on like 10 bits. I kept it cheap on sound effects. If anyone wants to try them out and hasn't got any bits, I can disable the price. I don't mind. Just for a bit of fun. Yeah. Oh, does that mean that people can't enable it on my stream right now? Let's have a look. Let's do the old fashioned Oh, I didn't hear it. Boo. Desktop audio. There we go. I should be able to hear it now. Next time someone does spends bits on the sound. Could you hear it all right? This is the best. The great thing was that I actually, Sociable Steve, who you should all go follow if you don't already. Shout out to Sociable Steve. He was doing sound alerts the other day, and it put the idea in my head. So I actually sat through on the sound elements, whatever it's called, panel, and sound alerts. That's it. I went through the sound alerts panel and actually picked the things that I like. So all the sounds that you can play with your bits are all personally picked by me, because they just make me laugh, make me smile, bring back memories for whatever reason. Sociable Steve is great. The other great thing as well, Glenn, and feel free to spread the word if you're able to, is every day during March, Sociable Steve has been streaming, but all proceeds from bits and subs and everything, all proceeds from the stream are all going split 75-25 between women who code and girls who code. So it's great. Like, it's all proceeds are going to a good cause. Ooh, what's your 5,000 channel point sound? I didn't know you could spend channel points on sound. I'd rather do channel points than bits. What's your total at the moment, Steve? Epic Sax Guy. I know it. Okay, so that's icon tint effect color. Okay. Yeah, some of mine are quite long. Okay. Nice effects on these. So this is the thing, they've got they've got shadows on these buttons, and that's what I want. So we can. It's not even going to be the effects samples that we steal. It's gonna. I know. Leave it with me. Aha, hang on. Never mind. Yeah, I was going to switch it to full screen camera and just go. That's what she said. But yeah, so this is what I wanted. I wanted this kind of shadow effect, but only on part of it. So this we might be able to actually just steal how this was done in here. So sample effects page, effects gallery page. That's what we want. You got this, Matt. That's effects galleries, but with the. So it's got. Oh, it's a control template, gallery page template. Really? Views. Nope. So it's coming from static resource. So be base. No. So it's binding to the gallery view model, but it's coming from. I'll stretch in a minute, Nightbot. I just want to solve gallery page template. Let's just find gallery page template. It might be an app.xaml. Yes, it is. Called it. Okay. So text box view data template with a gesture recognizer, stack layout, a grid. Interesting. Okay, we'll work out the shadow in a minute. It might be time to install Pancake View. I like Pancake View. It's a library from Stephen Tawerson, who's a great developer and a good friend of mine. He's going to guest on the stream at some point and help me make one of my apps look better. Okay. Okay, let's have a look. Implicit styles. That's the bar. That's the labels. It's a stack layout. So this is the. Okay. That's what we want. Yes, the offset. Yes. So it's Pancake View time, my friends. Let's go. Add. No, not add. Managing you get packages for solution. We want to add Pancake View from Mr. T. There he is. Add to all of them. Install. Okay. Accept. Yes. Give us all the shadows. Ooh, darkness. Alexa, turn off all the lights. We're hiding in the shadow. Alexa, turn on the office lights. I'll stop being creepy now. Good, isn't it? Okay, so we've got that installed. So now we can go into here. We want to add an extra namespace. So XML namespace, we're going to call it pancakes. It's going to be pancakes. There we go. How is it used? Key card pancake view. So we need to add the shadow. So if we go back to our... Oh, strange. It's not frozen for me. I can turn it off and on again. Activate. Go to here. Zoom in. Wait, what? No! Leave. Studio mode. Is that any better? Okay, that's strange. It should be okay. I've only dropped 0.4% frames. My CPU is at 2.4%. Should be alright. Brilliant. Welcome back, Matty. Oh, ads. Sorry about that. Okay. So what options have we got for this button? So if we do pancake view. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I probably should do that because I don't care. Pancake view. Okay, so yeah, that's what we want. Shadows on the buttons. So how to use it? Wonderful. So we brought in the namespace. Okay, smack a pancake view onto that page. So we just surround it in a pancake view. Pancake view. Let's see. Does this mean that we now have access to... No, it's not going to be in there, is it? It's going to be here. Like that, I think. going to be try it and see. That's what they say, isn't it? It should be shadow. Shadow equals. What are our options? Oh, well, enjoy your lunch, Matty. It was great having you here. Okay, so we have a gradient. Again, that's shadow. Okay, next. Okay. Ah, okay. So it'd be like that. Dot shadow. So ditch that. You have a strange craving for pancakes, sorry. Take it out with my good Dutch friend who made this library. Pancake dot shadow. We just do it like this. Let's color. What? Oh, it's drop dot shadow, and then it's inside that. It's drop shadow. Sounds nice though. Okay. How does that look? Let's see. I must admit, I'm not necessarily vegan very often. I'm vegetarian quite often, not because I'm like anti-meat. I'll eat meat all the time. It's just that I end up being vegetarian because I'm quite happy to just have meals that are just vegetables. I don't know how well this is going to look because it was a bit of an experiment, but let's find out. Okay, that wasn't quite what we wanted. We want it just on the button. Ah, I know why. Because we need to put... let's see. How do we do this? Flexitarian, yeah. Yeah, I'm with you there. I think I'm not one of those people that insists that because I eat meat, there should be meat in every meal. But I also don't, yeah, I'll quite happily eat. Yeah, I've eaten vegan before. I used to be friends with someone who was vegan for a while. And so when I went round, we'd eat vegan together. That was fine. I don't mind. I know someone lactose intolerant who often has some soy milk. And I put soy milks in cups of tea and there's nothing wrong with it. Okay. So let's just have a look. It's got an image. Yes. Okay, so we want... So it's just on the buttons. So let's watch that again. So gradient endpoint has a shadow. Okay. So we know to steal that. Pages, main page. So we've got the gradient buttons. You've got buttons. Static resource. Oh yeah, we could apply it to the button, couldn't we? So if we go back to here and go to App XAML, small buttons, small heading, small button, there we go. So it's got background color, text color, font size, vertical options. Okay, so that's not doing the shadow. But let's keep going. So we've got that's setting the, okay, so it goes inside of a pancake view. So let's run this and do it side by side. This is just complete like unnecessary faffing with the UI, but why not? It'd be fun to have some shadows on the button. Just to make it look like it floats. I'm a bit obsessed with box shadows at the moment. Okay, so we have our app running. So some of this stuff needs to go into here. Okay. Hasn't quite worked out how I wanted. But we'll get there. Okay. View. Corner radius is 60. Night moody. It's gonna annoy me. Let's consolidate these. That's why I have a extension. Consolidate into static resource. primary orange. Yeah. Stop complaining. It's only because the app's running. Consolidate, and we're going to call that primary blue. Neat. I'm good. How are you, Moody? I hope you sleep well when you get there. We're just fiddling at the moment. I want to apply this shadow to this button so that it looks funky. So height request 100. Width request 100. On 10. Offset. Okay. So we have horizontal options center. Okay, getting there. We just need to fix the offset. So if we offset this by 6 and 6, we do 60. Okay, so that doesn't make any difference. We just need to move this. So 200. Don't need a height request, do we? We just fiddle with the width request. So it should be 120. That sort of works. Color is FFF. No, I want 000. Okay. Color black. Okay, that doesn't work. Sort of looks right, but why doesn't it work? That's gradient background. What we want is shadow color. We've got color converters, label, heading, small button. Just curious. Oh, nothing to set binding context yet. I mean, I guess that sort of works. We just need to reposition it. So we need to take out this and put it on the pancake view. There we go. Sort of works. It's a bit of a weird effect I haven't solved yet, but corner radius. What if we make it bigger corner radius? 120, say. Okay. 12. 8. Okay. And if we make it 0.5, 0.1. Okay. Doesn't appear to have much impact. Make it 100. Okay, that's a bit better. But then it's not circ anymore. Height request equals 100. It's an interesting challenge. Oh, okay, that's a good shout. I've not had an excuse to use lofty animations yet. But considering I curate a newsletter with Kim, I really feel like lofty animation should make it into my app. Okay, get started. I already have an account. Not that one. There we go. Okay. Let's find animation first, then we'll learn about how to implement it. Let's see, that's featured. Search button. See what we got. Download. Ooh, what are we thinking? Or like record. That's quite cool. Shows that. Ooh, interesting. Okay. Ooh, some good ones in here. That's quite cool. Yeah, this is going to look so cool if this works. So try that. That could work. If we can change the colour of it to match the colour already had. To be 0F2745. Oh, that's a background colour. That's not what I meant. So that's that. We want this one to be 0F2745. How's it look now? Okay. Don't know why I can't see it anymore. Did I break it? Use this animation. Okay. I'm guessing it can't render in the browser, but that's okay. Bought the JSON, I guess. Okay, how do we use it? That's the question. So let's learn. Design code. Learn. How-to guides. That's what we want. Let's move this out of the way for now. Oh, it's time to stand up and stretch, is it? Okay. Xamarin.Forms. Lost animation. Someone will have a guide. Ah, okay. That's useful. Okay. Well, good on Martin. Stretch time. Okay. On mobile library. Okay. Using it. Okay. You've got animation, autoplay. When it's clicked. Yeah, that's what we want to do. So it'd be a command. Nice. Okay. So set up. Using it. Sample app. Image support. Supported. So is it just a... Is it just a live plugin? NuGet package? Guess so. Yeah. Okay. Yes, Martin is a treasure. Agreed. Okay, so we're going to stop this. We are going to go to manage NuGet packages. We're going to browse for Lottie Xamarin. Here we go. Install. I'm guessing there's no extra setup required, otherwise it would appear in the README. There was also Zangal always writes good blog posts. Okay, animation view renderer.init. Okay. Okay, we'll do. Well, yeah, so well, it didn't say much in the guide, to be honest. It was saying there's a sample app, how to use it, but I don't even think it mentions in it, does it? No. So is there anything I need to do to get it to work? That's programmatically, image support, iOS platform, shapes, performance, try it out. Yeah, there's nothing in here that says like how you do it. I'm guessing you don't need to initialize anything then if it's not there. Where were we? Okay. So we need to create a... Oh, okay, here we go. It's got a readme. Helpful. All options, start. Okay, so it doesn't need any setup. Cool. So we're not going to call it forms. We're going to call it Lottie, but that's a good start. So we can get rid of pancakes because I don't think pancakes is going to... We're going to ditch that button anyway. So we can get rid of pancakes. Oh, we don't need pancakes anymore. So XML namespace, Lottie. Ooh. Lottie forms, there we go. I can do assembly as well. So we've got CLR and assembly equals. We've got both in here. CLR assembly. Yep, cool. Example. So we want to wrap our button in an animation view, but we're gonna... Okay. So image button will comment out for now. So it's going to be Lottie animation view. I know it's one of these jobs. So we've got the X name, which is going to be record button animation view. Got the animation. So where's that going to live? Put it... Ooh. Put it in views for now. It might seem weird, but I'll move it later once I know it works. Downloads, not that downloads, that downloads. All files. Unless we can filter it to JSON. No. It was... L... JK... L, there we go. Add. I'm going to rename it. Record animation.json. So animation is going to be record animation.json. I'm guessing this is going to need to be an embedded resource. What I meant to do. Well, that's clever. You can do it from here. Interesting. Anyway, so it was, yeah, animation, asset or bundle. Interesting. Properties. Embed resource. So we've got that, then you've got animation source. It calls, okay, asset or bundle. Interesting. So then, in his example, samples, forms, what's the properties on it? It's the assets, but we want to see the CS Proj, I think. The embedded resource, yeah, okay. Cool. So it's still an asset or bundle. We want our command, which is going to be binding record. What do we call it? Record button command. Record button command. Don't know what difference that will make, but we'll put it in. And we need to add in the other bits and bobs. So what stuff? Okay, fair enough. Doesn't have padding. Okay. Okay, let's do the old try it and see. Just double check there's not any other properties that we might want to include while that builds. Command. Got some event listeners. The scale. Let's see what happens. It's deploying. Let's see if it works first time. No, it's not even visible. Okay. What's the problem? Output. Okay. What does it look like? What? It's in the code behind. Stop complaining. Should be anyway. Got me doubt myself now. Yeah, fine. Okay, so where am I going wrong? Maybe we can take out these bits and just see how it looks for now. Might need these as well. What's going on? Does it find it? That's not what I meant to do. I meant to stop. Okay. If we have a look at that file. Yeah, After Effects. Okay, so let's just try generating a new file. One that's got, maybe we should do a circular one. Edit layer colors, okay. So do that for now. So this should be hashtag FF, no, not FFA, 0F2745. Okay, I think the other animation might have broken with those colors, which is why. Oh no, this should be FFA03A. Update. Other way around. How do we do it on here? Oh no, it was that way around, wasn't it? And then where's the darker color come from? Yeah, go away. Telegram sticker export, interesting. Okay, let's try that instead. Also try add. Should it be in resources? Okay, so it's add new item, JSON file. We'll call it record animation. And we're going to get the contents from view group sort by date modified. Here we go. So let's open this. Paste that into here. Then if we go in, we make sure it's the right properties. Should be an embedded resource. Copy it. Always if newer. I don't know if we need that, but anything to help right now. And then we can go into our main page. We can say that it is record animation. Let's see what happens. Is it going to work? Does it need to live somewhere else? That is the question. Possibly. So the button's there, we just can't see it. That's interesting. Why can't we see it? So let's just see if there's anything useful in that. Just in case. Don't need the unit. Okay. So just put it anywhere. So it could be a bundle resource. Okay. Okay. Will do. Issues. Not animating. Crash, compilation error. Okay, let's yeah, I'm just gonna quickly close this, close this, close this. I'm gonna go to our good friend. That isn't it on GitHub? Oop, got it wrong. Repositories. Fishing. You might put it in fishing. Original design. It's just 2512. Okay. I am on 408. There we go. Yeah, so he's on 408. It's also an Android and iOS. Okay. But we know it's in there, so that's helpful. So uses it. And then in here, where is it? Controls, controls. Box view. Appear to be in here. Oh, there we go. The animation's tick.json. Okay, and it's asset or bundle. So where does it live for him? Resources. Okay, and assets. So it needs to be on each platform. Okay. So it might be a platform level inclusion. Coffee Android assets. Yeah, there we go. Okay. But that's good to know. So in Android assets, we need to add existing item. We need to add not that. Order them by. Okay. So Which one of these is it? LFBK7, okay. We can do that. BK7. So, it's not that one. It's that one. We're going to rename it. Records.json. Then in the CS proj, you include it. So it's an Android asset. Yep. So just double check our, close this. CS proj to make sure it's how we want it. Edit. Save. Edit project file. So records.json. Cool, that's in. I can close that and reload this. And then we change this to be record. I get it, asset or bundle. It's an asset in Android. I've forgotten everything can be shared. I've got spoiled with things being made easier, like fonts. Okay, how's it look now? There we go. Or is that the old button? Wait, what? Strange. So, got the animation view, we've got the image button. So, how did he do it? Main page. Take me to it. It's right down at the bottom. Here. So, asset bundle, height request. $40. Okay, so we'll call it animation view, like Kim did, because let's see what that's referenced. Okay. So he's saying side pop. What was it in? Animation, play animation. Okay. So when it's clicked, you play the animation. Righto. So if it's bound, it'll be, we won't be able to see it from the here, would we? So when it's clicked, if it's going to start recording, we also want to do animation. What's that from? Lottie? No. How are we going to do this? Never. Let's see. We have everything done in code behind for this, or just that stuff. Oh yeah, it still does code behind. That's snazzy. Okay. So add to bad clicked. Where's that used? References. Okay, so we can change it from a command to a clicked. Clicked equals new event handler. That's going to be in the code behind. I know you're not supposed to mix and match too much, but I'm going to do it. Animation view dot animate. Oh, it's a play animation, isn't it? Animation view dot play animation. Okay. Plays animation. Does the stuff. Does the other animations. So we've got on here. On the main page. Is visible equals false. No, we don't want that, do we? Because we just want a simple, when you click it, play the animation. So let's just double check that it does that. So if we go into the code behind, put a breakpoint in here. And then we'd need to do the whole, if we're not doing the command anymore, have a look. Got view models declared as, oh, that's clever. I didn't know you could do that. So we can say in here that binding context equals view models, which equals that. Oh, okay, fine, like that. What? Binding context equals view models, which equals that. View models. What am I missing? How come he can do that? And then it's, okay. Oh, okay, so he just defines it much further down, okay. Private Main page, view models. And then we can double assign it, and then we can say here, view models dot and dot execute async. So then that should go into here and go into here. Let's see what happens. If this doesn't work, then I'm going to stop for lunch and we'll pick this up next time, because it could end up being some quite fun stuff that we do with this. What's it going to do? If we have the button. Okay, so the animation view's been clicked. So, play the animation. Nope. Why is it? Are you at least going to work? Don't think so. Well, true, yeah. I think it presents anyway. It's hard to tell. Because the colours are the same as they were before. So we've got an animation view. You know what the animation is? Yes, that's what I call here. So once you've clicked it, play the animation. So it doesn't have a duration, which is interesting. Should it have a duration? Oh, yes, but I can change it to something else. I can change it to... where's main page? Here. Okay, so... That should be greater than 1. Okay. Peak count 1. Okay. Speed is 1. Okay. Wait for the emulator to be ready. Try autoplay equals true. Okay, we can do that. No, what's that unhappy about? Oh, emulator's unhappy. That's okay. Right. Okay. So repeat count 1, repeat mode restart. Auto play is true. Yeah. Let's see what happens. Speed is 1 by default, I believe. So we'll see. Oh. We'll just specify. We'll be explicit about the speed anyway, just to be on the safe side. Might have to kill and restart the emulator if it's being weird. Yeah, I'm going to kill the emulator because... There we go. For some reason it was having a moment. Ah, okay. Well, I'll try it and see. See what happens. Okay. Ah, okay. Well, I'll have a look. I'm going to go and make some lunch in a minute because I'm hungry. Yeah, we'll postpone this for the next stream because it could be one of those things that takes a while to resolve. But I'm sure we can pick it up again next Saturday on Streaming Saturday, and we can try and get this animation working. It gives me some time to do a bit of research as well because I don't know much about this stuff. But it's been fun. You know, we at least have an idea for what we're going to do next time. We have a problem to solve, and who doesn't like that? But, oh, is anyone even online to raid right now? I'll leave that one because that might be useful. Let's see who's online. Mute the tab. Mute tab. No one's really online. Let's have a look. Categories. Search tags. Programming. There's always someone to raid, true. We've just got to find someone who's not got sort by viewers low to high. Let's find someone. Let's see. Proof of concept. Flutter, boo. Mono game could be good. Since we love mono. Let's have a look. What are they up to?
And then our jump position is
Yeah, let's raid someone doing mono game. So we're gonna do EMMSII codes. There we go. Let's do it. Let's go raid someone new. But yes, thank you for joining me. Thank you, Glenn, for the idea about the Lottie animations. We will get there with it. It just feels like one of those problems that could end up taking ages to fix. And I would like some lunch. But yes, join me all. I'll be back on Monday for Monday Marbles. I'll then be back on Wednesday for Web Dev Wednesday, and then we'll be back again next Saturday for Streaming Saturday, where we will probably pick this back up again because it's a fun Saturday morning content. You know, it's nice and easy. But I will see you all soon. drop some hype for our new raid friend. As I said, they're doing mono game. It will look great. You're right. So thank you for the tip, and I will see you all soon. Bye.
in bed, so I haven't technically